Yo, what's going on, guys? I know I haven't been on here in a while, but I figured I would just, I was kind of just playing around with some, I finished this beat in FL Studio, and I figured I kind of just I wanted to see how vocals would kind of stack on top of it, and I figured I would just kind of share with you, just kind of what I have here. And I thought the sound of it sounded pretty cool, so I figured, like, why not, why not share it with you guys, So I don't know, I just thought it'd be kind of cool. And so why not break it down real quick? So let me just kind of show you the beat first real quick, and then we can move forward and just kind of show you what I do with the vocals. This is not really going to be like a tutorial. I'm just going to kind of show you what I did to it, and then maybe you can, while you're watching, you can kind of copy, the presets or anything like that, and try it yourself or something like that. So whatever you want to do. Anyways, here's the beat, and then we'll move forward. Yeah, so that's pretty much the beat. Nothing crazy. I haven't like kind of structured it yet for like verses and stuff like that, but I just had this idea for a vocal melody. It's not like a keeper or nothing like that, and the lyrics are like kind of shitty, but it's whatever. You guys, if you've been on my channel, you've known before that I kind of just write down some whatever stuff just to test. And this is my point. What I've been saying for a long time on all my videos is that you should always just be recording random stuff just to practice, right? Like you want to practice, how you're recording your vocals in, and then oftentimes before I even do real takes, I'll record it in and actually start putting effects on all my vocals to kind of show you what it sounds like, or not show you, but to show myself, what it sounds like. So that's what I'll do a lot of times, and I'll just kind of do it that way. So anyway, so I'll show you what it sounds like with the vocals, and here it is.
Yeah, do son, I'm saying you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate. Come far, you made it.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Do son, I'm saying you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it. Like do son, I'm saying.
And I have actually have some vocals. Some bus effects turned off, but I'll just kind of play it again. You can maybe hear the difference.
Do son, I'm saying you come far, you made it.
I don't know if you hear the difference like right away. It's just a lot more wide and just open. Just do it one more time, A and B it.
Do son, I'm saying you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it. Like do son, I'm saying you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it. Like do son, I'm saying you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it. Like do son, I'm saying.
So kind of neat. It's like, I don't know, it sounds pretty good. I wanted to my goal with this one was I wanted to see what it would sound like how good I can get a falsetto type of vocal to sound, right? Even without these backing lower, octaves to kind of carry the weight of the vocal a little bit. And so if I just play it again without the backing vocals is kind of what it sounds like.
Yeah, do son, I'm saying you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it. Like
I didn't come up with anything afterwards, but like I said, I just wanted a quick vocal just to practice. And so I'll show you what I did here. I'll just show you a dry by itself real quick. I'll even take off I could just leave this is just a compressor and then some EQ, and then obviously the tuning. But I could leave that on for now. And then for the bus 20, let me actually just take these off so you can really hear it.
Yeah, do son, I'm saying you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it. Like
So crazy difference, you know. It's I feel like it kind of came a long way from the dry signal into really sounding, you know, big and open for a falsetto, you know, because there's not much weight to it anyway. So I feel like it kind of you know, came out really good. And let's see what this bus 20 is on it.
Yeah, do something, say it.
Okay, so there's a difference already. It's a little bit more up front. And this bus 20, what I did was I'm routing all the vocals to it. So you can see, or let me see, bus 20, and then let's see if I have these. Okay, so here's what's happening. These two vocals here, which is the which is the backing vocals, right?
Do something. No say it, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like.
So these are getting bussed or you know, yeah, bust, I guess, I don't know, whatever. We've talked about this before, but they're getting sent to a bus 25, right? And then so I can compress them together and kind of, you know, put some additional EQ on them. Just so right here, I just kind of peaked it up around 2K just to brighten them because they are kind of lower vocals. And I just want them to hit through and mesh with the falsetto a little bit more. So that's kind of why I did that. And then what I did is I just kind of compressed the shit out of them together so they kind of, you know, glue together a little bit. So I did that on bus 20. And then I wanted to, you can see here, the output signal for these are going to bus 25, and then, which is auxiliary 7. And then what I did is at the end here, you could say I bussed it to bus 20, which is the same one as this, which is what all the vocals are getting sent to. It's like a final bus. And you can see this is a final EQ with all the vocals together, which I, you know, kind of made a little bit brighter. And then, you know, kind of did some, let's see, some cuts here at 47 hertz, and just some kind of low shelf here at 135. You know, and a small dip it here at 411. So just a couple smaller tweaks, you know. I don't know if you could even hear the difference. Let me turn these on. Let's see. You know, I think little changes go a long way, which I've mentioned before too. But let's check it out real quick. That way you can kind of hear it.
Do something, say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do something, say it. You come far, you made it.
So there's a difference for sure, you know. What I would probably do now, just from listening to it, I'd probably, let me see.
Do something, say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do something, say it. You come far, you made it. Do something, say it. You come far, you made it.
So I kind of like that right there. I'm going to leave that actually. I just felt like it was a little sharp on the top, so maybe just, you know, rounding it off there, even though it's a frequency you don't really hear enough, but I feel like, you know, with all the vocals together, it might make enough impact to help, which it did. So at least to me. And so, okay. So yeah, so you can see that's where my routing is going on. And then, so to talk about this vocal, the falsetto one, which is like the main focus, like I said, I don't really do falsettos as much as a main, like a lead vocal, but more so as, like you've seen in my other videos, I've done falsetto type vocals where they're like an octave or two higher than the other vocals to kind of give it like that silky sheen, you know? So for this one, I wanted to do a lead. So the first thing I wanted to do is, because it's a falsetto vocal, I kind of wanted to do some parallel compression to get the vocal up front and center without any, you know, real kind of low and high valleys and peaks of you know, dynamically, you know. So that's what I did here, which if I just leave it off, you can kind of hear it.
Do something, say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl.
And so with it, you might hear it's going to be up front just a little bit more.
Do something, say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do something, say it.
So you can hear it's a little up front, and you kind of get everything in the vocal, which is what I wanted. You get like all this, you know, do some, no say, you know what I mean? I wanted it to sound like it's like it's right there. So that's what the parallel compressor is doing on bus 1. And so I just got the SSL EQ, and everything's just slammed like absolutely ridiculous. You can see this threshold all the way to -15. You'll see it's just pinned over here to the right, and it's just super slammed.
Do something, say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like.
Yeah, so it's super crushed, which is what I wanted. And then you can kind of just you you just use this knob here, which is the send amount. So you could just send as much as you want of that signal to it. And I just felt like this was a good amount here. So that's what I left it at. The second one, I wanted to kind of open it up a little bit, and you can do this a lot. If you listen to a lot of interviews with like really professional mix engineers or anything like that, they always talk about how they're first to use delays before reverbs, because you can get a lot of fascinating like effects with delays as opposed to reverbs. And so if you look here, I kind of did a subtle type of, so it's an eighth note with the BPM, and then just a little bit of a high pass filter here, and that's pretty much it. Low feedback, because I didn't want it going on forever. Just wanted to, like I said, I didn't want to take away from the vocal being up front. Just wanted to create a little more space with it. So that's what this sounds like.
Your son, I'm saying, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it a lot.
And you could hear with the beat, it kind of, it doesn't get lost in it, but it's not so present as much.
Your son, I'm saying, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl.
But if you're listening in headphones like I am right now, you can tell it just kind of fills out the side just ever so slightly, in the mix, especially with the beat going. So that's what I did there. And then the third one, I know it seems I got like a lot of buses on here, but I just was trying to stack them, and they're all kind of like minimally adjusted. So that's why there's a lot. You'll see how this all kind of pieces together. I'll mute this one so you can kind of hear what I did with the Echo Boy. This is another delay, but I used this to create more of an initial space with it's kind of like a slap delay more than anything. So you can hear what this is doing. Let's see.
Your son, I'm saying, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it a lot. Your son, I'm saying.
So this creates like a kind of like a room, like effect right there, and it sounds like the vocals like right there, man. And that's what I like about this slap delay. And so, well, like my own slap delay. So it's nothing crazy. This is like pretty standard. It's a 16th note on the left, and then an eighth note on the right to kind of create that, that nice kind of spatial effect. So together, this is what they sound like.
Your son, I'm saying, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it.
So I don't know if you could hear what's going on, but the Echo Boy here, this kind of slap delay, right? Echo Boy slap, it's my own preset. But this Echo Boy slap, dude, right, is the first one that you kind of notice that's creating the space, and then the delay, the H delay, is what's kind of creating like that long distance, type of, feel that distance type of a delay, just to. I don't know how to explain it. It's just distance is the only way I could explain. And then this is kind of creating that initial space. So we got like the Echo Boy for the space, in front of you. And then the H delay for like that kind of distant type of effect, So that's what that is. And then let's see what I do for number 10. Okay, so this is cool. So I've been getting so into using chorus on vocals, and I don't know why, I'm just loving the way it's sounding. And so I kind of went a little bit crazy on this one. You'll hear the difference. Let me play it one more time without it, and then I'll just turn it on.
Your son, I'm saying, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it a lot. Your son, I'm saying, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it a lot. Your son, I'm saying, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it a lot.
I don't know why, man. That is like, dude, chorus, man. Chorus is the way to go. I love doing it. For you got to be selective with it, and you got to be careful how you use it. But I think for this, it worked out awesome, man.
Your son, I'm saying, you come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it a lot.
So already with the chorus, we're getting a little bit bigger. We're getting wider with the vocal, so it's kind of working out nice. And let's see what I do for 4 here. Okay, so I wanted to create even more width, so that's what this little micro shift by Sound Toys is doing again. It's kind of like a little micro shift, kind of works like a doubler, so pretty much like it is a doubler. So, and then what I did was I put an EQ under it, because I didn't want the doubler or the micro shift to be affecting the lower frequencies. I only kind of wanted to widen out the top here, which I cut, at around 365s, like you can see. So this is what that sounds like. I think that's number 4, right? Yep.
Your Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it.
So pretty cool. That with the chorus is kind of really starting to get some good width here. And then let's see. So the last one I have a little bit of reverb from Valhalla Vintage Verb, man. So this is working out good. So let's see what this sounds like. Let me do it with off and then I'll turn it on.
Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it.
In fact, let me turn off the delays first, just
Do son, don't say it.
so we can hear just what the reverb's doing.
Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song.
There it is. So that's what the reverb is doing. Again, just creating even more space, but very subtly. Like in the beat, you might not really hear it, but it's actually doing something. So.
Do son, don't say it. You come far. Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do son, don't say it.
Right. So it's I feel like I'm getting cut off here. No, it's not. Okay. But yeah, so you can hear it's doing something there. So it kind of sounds nice. So all together again, this is what it sounds like.
Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like.
So it's sounding pretty cool, and it's kind of working out nice. So that's what I did there before sending these to the vocal bus. And then while I was recording that, I was like, yo, it would be kind of cool to have, some deeper vocals, kind of in the background to kind of carry, the lead falsetto type vocal. And so that's what I did. And it's not an uncommon thing, but I feel like for this, it just kind of worked out. So again, this is everything together. I don't know why. I think I had that muted purposely. So let's see. I think everything's on. Perfect.
Yeah, do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Yeah, do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like.
And that's pretty much it, man. So yeah, that's just kind of wanted to share that with you. I thought it kind of came out, pretty cool. Probably gonna still do like a little, minor tweaks here and there to kind of, balance everything out. But I think overall it sounds pretty good, and it's something that I would be happy, fine tuning as far as the mix goes. And then if this was a real record, I'd be happy with, for example, this is what it sounds like with the limiter off. So.
Yeah, do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do son, don't say it.
So I think it sounds pretty good. It's like subtle, it's clean, and I think this is something I would feel good about sending it off to, get mastered or something like that. And that's pretty much it. So I think it's important to practice, with different types of vocals, things that you might be, wanting to try, just experimenting, playing around with effects and the way you can, like this, if I go back to this vocal with this, microshift, I've never actually put an EQ after this doubler thing to affect just the top. That's actually kind of the first time I've done that. And I'm going to use it a lot more because I never thought about that. So I was like, I wonder if I can because when I started listening to it, I'll show you with it off actually, just real quick. I could actually leave that on. So let's turn this off, solo this. So let's see what it sounds like.
Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song. Do son, don't say it. You come far, you made it. It's your song, so play it, girl. Win some and they hate it like. Do son, don't say it.
I don't know. It's super small. It's a small adjustment, but who knows? It might be something you like. You might not even have even noticed it. You know what I mean? But it's up to you. to just try to be creative with it and, be picky. And like I said, a lot of micro adjustments and micro shift, movements in your mix, kind of go a long way towards the end. So maybe if I had more vocals stacked and more things using bus 4, it might make a difference, and I can hear a subtle difference and it works for me. So that's why I kind of have it on. But again, it's something for you just to play around with. And I think, here's the thing. Think about this. It might not be so initial, like you notice it initially, like, oh, I don't hear it really cutting off the low end. But for some reason, if I were to show you like an A and B mix, if I didn't do that for anything, you just might be like, okay, well, A just sounds like a lot more muddy, kind of sounds more thick in the low end, not as clean, right? But then I show you mix B and it just sounds cleaner for some reason, like you couldn't even pick it out, but it just for some reason sounds cleaner. And those are what the subtle adjustments do. You don't want to keep mixing things until you're like, I can definitely hear that. You know what I mean? No, nothing has to be so apparent right when you listen to it. It's just got to be enough enough micro adjustments to kind of make the overall impact at the end, matter and count. So that's pretty much it. I just want to make this video. I don't know how long this is, but I just thought it'd be cool to kind of show you what I was kind of playing around with. So anyways, hope you guys have a nice day. Have a great weekend, and catch you in the next video. Peace.